Hello, how's everybody? Yeah, well, I'm doing this YouTube, and this one is just about some things that's happening. It's not probably not really like a big title or something, but it's just like I was thinking about the title too because I know I was gonna do this YouTube. Um, much talk about nothing, but you know what I mean, something like that. Let me get this pen. But well, the thing about it is I'm getting a haircut. I mean, all this time I took to do my hair, I'm actually gonna get a haircut. You know, I mean, it's not because the reason why I liked hair, the reason why I wanted to grow my hair was because in the '60s, I grew up in the '60s. Okay, in the '60s, oh, it was so. I was grew up in the '60s, but I also how can I say? I grew up in the '60s, but in the '70s, I was young, and I remember um, so many nice things. I mean, everybody wanted to wear the hair long, and I was like a Jehovah Witness, and I couldn't wear my hair long. Everybody was like had like a bush. They call it a bush. I mean, even if you had straight hair or if you had kinky hair or curly hair, everything was bush. You know what I mean? And I miss that era. And everybody wore things like it was just like cheap. I mean, like you would wear like not cheap. I mean, not cheap, but just. I mean, it didn't have anything to do with like designer or anything. I mean, there was no thing called designer. The only designer would be like if you were like a millionaire or something like that. But I did like the plaid pants. It was so nice. You wore all the colors all the time, and that was nice. But anyway, that's why I wanted to keep my hair. I wanted to grow my hair long, and I will again because I don't like to keep cutting my hair, especially when you get older. Because when you cut your hair all the time, it almost seems um, it almost seems uh, like it's not gonna grow. So I don't know. I just think when you get older, don't like continually cut your hair. At least let it grow out at least once or twice. So anyway, I'm getting it cut. I'm gonna tell you why. Anyway, I got some spaghetti on, so that means I'm gonna let this thing. I can time it because I forgot to put the timer on. So if I time it according to this, the longest I take this thing, then I know the time because I usually like the spaghetti like 20 minutes. Okay. So anyway, so let me tell you. So anyway, I had to cut my hair. Um, I just tell you why. But my friends at work, I have two jobs. I work every day. Um, and I have my roommates. Okay. So anyway, my roommates definitely wanted me to cut my hair. I mean, they were always told me that they wanted it. I don't know for what reason. I guess because when you're older, you see all these you already went through so many fashion trends, so you don't really know the importance of fashion trends. Like if I was in the '60s, if when I was in the '60s, nobody wore their hair like really short. So why would you? You know what I mean? So it was like the same thing now, it's just reversed. I guess that's the reason. But anyway, I was telling my roommates they really they wanted me to have my hair. Oh, why you? It's not that. It's not like that they were telling me to, but they were like, "Oh, your hair is growing long. Oh, why don't you cut your hair? Can I cut your hair?" I mean, like, but I understand because even my brother doesn't like to have my hair cut. I don't always cut in my hair, and he goes, "Wow, thank God." Um, and then at work, some friends of mine, okay, some friends, not everybody doesn't say anything. Some people don't say anything, most of them. But one friend would go, "You got to cut your hair. I mean, you got to cut your hair." I mean, they tell me that like constantly. You got to cut your hair. And then like a week or two would pass. Are you gonna cut your hair? You know. I mean, in a nice way, just like that, you know. And not everybody says anything. But this is the reason what got me to cut my hair, because I wasn't gonna cut it at all. Only thing about YouTube is that, I mean, you can't really, like distort the truth or anything, because I mean, you know, you got people who you know is gonna may watch. I don't tell my friends and stuff. I mean, they know that I do the YouTube, but even if I don't, there's other people who may watch it and go, wait, that's not true. You can't have that. So, and then you gotta say things that you gotta. I mean, with the YouTube, I do like YouTube because it helped me out a lot in learning, and it's learning and helping other people. That's why I really like it. I mean, I don't put too many. I'm just natural with YouTube. I mean, you know, sharing and stuff like that. I mean, I watch other people's YouTubes too. But anyway, I wanted to say why I actually changed me to get my hair cut. I'm gonna do 2 music videos pretty soon too. So, you know, I haven't dated anyone. I'm gonna try and give you as less information as possible. It's just that I want to share because I mean, you're gonna know. Being on YouTube, you just have to know more about the person, because you can't really fake too much on YouTube. You can try to, but it doesn't work. I mean, that's just one of the things that goes along with YouTube. I mean, you know. So anyway, I don't know why I went into that, but I know I wanted to say what, I mean, something that happened to me, and actually, because see, it affects, okay, like for instance, the reason why I'm saying you really have to say some things that you have to, people, your people who watch on YouTube, pretty much you have to not expose, but just be honest. That's all I'm trying to say. I mean, because like for instance, okay, like I love doing my music videos with my long hair and sculpting my hair, and then all of a sudden, if I stop, you know, and I had talked about it too, about doing my long hair and how much I wanted it to grow out like right here, but then all of a sudden I cut it. You understand? So you just can't do that, because I have to explain it to you, because you're giving me the opportunity to be part of your life very little, and I'm giving, so I have to give you the opportunity. I have to tell you to be honest, because things don't click with you. And you know, that's just an example. I mean, one example. So that's why I'm going to explain certain things. Another thing that at being on YouTube, you gotta really explain. It's like, you gotta be kind of honest, because later on down the line, maybe you might say, oh, I want to bring this thing out. Well, how are you going to bring it out if you didn't tell the truth, you know, about this, or you didn't tell the truth about that? So things have to connect, you know. And that's why I just want to say this one, because I'm getting into something I don't really want to, not that I don't want to say, I just, you know, it's something I want to share, but I just, you know, I just want to share, okay? But anyway, this is what I wanted to say. So I haven't dated in like años. I mean, years and years. And I was on this dating, and I'm giving you as less information as possible. And I was on this dating app, only one that I really like. Not that I really like it, but it kind of upsets me. I mean, because maybe it's my problem, because I don't know. It's like when I wanted to get off the I'm not gonna say the name. Also, I'm trying not to say names. Um, Also, I mean, like, when tried to ban myself from doing this, the name wants to come out, but it's not going to. I tried to ban myself from doing this, what do you call it? This online dating app for getting to know people. And I was like, I'm not gonna do this. You know what I mean? So anyway, you know how I canceled it so that when the year comes up, it's like kaput, finished. So I did that, and then they kept sending me like information about other people and stuff like that. And I said to myself, I really want to stop this. You know what I mean? Because it's not working. I don't know. It was half. I was. It was half upset with the. I guess it was really my fault. I mean, not really my fault because, I get into like when I meet someone, I really get into it, and I want that to work out. And a lot of times it doesn't. Most of the time, all the time, it doesn't work. Um. So. So what I did, anyway, they got me because I was actually playing their game because I had cut off with this dating app. I cut off completely, okay? And they started playing with me on my emails, saying they found this, they found this, they found that. So I was actually playing along and I wasn't even paying them. I mean, and they knew, I'm almost sure they knew that they were going to get me. Anyway, how did they get me? They got me. I don't know how they got me, but they got me. Let me see. See, I'm trying to go through how they got me. I know it didn't work out. But oh yeah, okay, now I remember. Yes. They got me because it was like I don't know. Um it was someone that I was interested in, only they wouldn't let me talk to this person unless I paid. It's brutal. Okay. So anyway, so and I was like fed up with them, but I said to myself, the reason why I did it is because I knew I was playing with them. I mean, like I did the emails with them, and I was playing their game, so I deserved to be, you know, I deserved to lose that game, and they won. So anyway, I kept doing it. So anyway, I kind of liked it. I got back into it. I kind of liked it because boring times at work and just boring times, and you need connection with people. I mean, that's just how I am. You know what I mean? I mean, even if you even if you haven't dated in like maybe like I think it's more than 10 years. I'm highly into school and research. Like that's how I came up with Dance Without Music because I mean I keep busy, so having someone with me is not the most important thing. But I am an extra witness, which is sad. So you miss your family. But anyway, I went off on a tangent. I have to get back to where I was. So we were on this. Oh, so anyway, they got me. So I was saying that they got me. So that, of course, when I'm not gonna say the name, but when they got me, I had to pay, and they made me pay big time. Okay, for 6 months. So I did it, and I said it was really nice because I got back into it because I was able to do things. I was able to just connect with even, just at least think that I was connecting. I don't never do anything to make myself noticed. One time I did, like make myself look good and stuff like that on this app. It's best not to. And what happened is there was so many numbers, so many people that I couldn't even handle. I didn't know who was who. So that's one thing I say. If you do something, make sure it's honest and the weird you. Like, I mean, not you don't want to be weird, like weird, but you want to make sure that um, it's only one person that you can connect with, I guess. But I really can't talk about it because I can't really. I mean, I never, nothing ever happened to me as far as meeting somebody on the date app. Nothing. Everything has went down the drain. Yeah, I had a few relationships, maybe one or two, but I never met the person. One time I was getting ready to, and I didn't feel it was good because the person wanted me to just meet them. I don't do hookups. I don't do hookups like one night stand and hook up. Oh, thank God. Thank you, God, that I don't do that. So I'm mostly into studying and improving myself, and that's why I came up with all these things on YouTube because I study all the time. I just didn't come up with them. I just don't come up with interesting information and talented things, but because I'm actually working all the time. But like I said, you do want somebody in your life. It's very important for me, and I'm glad that way. I'm glad it's like that because it helps me to communicate with other people because you want to be connected with other people. So anyway, they got me in that. Like I was telling you, this I'm still on this online dating thing. They got me really bad. They got me good, but and they could have got me even better because like when when I hooked back up, I couldn't speak to the person because they weren't hooked to the online. You could only talk to them. They couldn't talk to you. Okay, so they made me. They said, I mean, you could pay so that they can talk to you, and I almost did it, but I didn't. Then I said, I mean, I'm not that stupid. I'm not saying not stupid, but I can't do all of that. So thank God I didn't do that. So I just said, like forget that person, and I went on my little same way, and like at work maybe somebody, but like I said, I don't expose myself too much. I make it just so you have to pretty much find me online because I just want it that way, you know what I mean? So as time went on, I found, I mean, it was a while, maybe about like a month. I was on this thing. I was just enjoying it. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm glad because it gives me something to do as far as connecting with other people. So, I was happy that I did it. And I said I was the one that was wrong. So then I saw this one person and it was like, oh wow. I mean, I liked the person. It wasn't like, oh, I mean, sometimes I see people that are just are so nice looking and seem like they have a nice personality too. So I get excited, and think about them for a little while. But I mean, that I don't really care. I mean, care because it has to be a connection. They have to like you. You have to like them. But anyway, I like some. Just recently, I liked someone. When you say you liked, you tell them that. Well, you already know that. You're probably smarter than I am. So I liked someone, and then they liked me back. Okay. No, they didn't like me back. I liked someone, and this is getting to the hair. Um, I liked someone, and it was late at night, and they wrote me, and they said, "Hello," and they told me my name. Can we have lunch? But it was done in. I mean, that's more than a like. Just like wow, bang. Um, I guess that's a like, whatever it is. But anyway, it's just the way it was done, and I accepted. And the thing about it is, maybe it was like 3 or 4 messages. But anyway, I don't want to get into their personal life. I just want to say because I don't want to bring the other person into it. unless they want to be into it. But I would never, say, "Can you please?" Or, I want to talk about. No, I don't want to talk about somebody who who's not on. I mean, who's not on YouTube. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna say anything about that person at all. So everything is gonna remain anonymous. So anyway, it worked. It worked just the way the person did it, and I accepted. And so that means the reason why I like the way it's done, because it's not like, because I don't know why I get this feeling about meeting online, but the way they did it, I mean, we wouldn't even be, we would not, how can I say this? How can I say grammatically correct? We will have not met online. I mean, the way the person did it, that was one of the qualities I wanted, intelligent. The way the person did it, it would be as if and I gotta take my spaghetti. Okay, I gotta take my spaghetti off. Okay, so let me tell you real quick. So anyway, so then, like I said, I'm happy for that, because it's like we're gonna meet, and it's gonna be like that's gonna be the meeting, because the person didn't ask. I mean, of course, we don't really know each other's name, but we'll meet in like a very public place, which we are. But then I was thinking about my hair, what I'm gonna do, because I mean, it's just certain people just don't think good about it. But I said to myself, I'm just gonna wear a hat. But anyway, I told my friend, my roommate, one of my roommates, and point blank, she was happy, and she goes, "Well, what are you gonna do with your hair?" And I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna cut it." But she goes, "Well, don't you think it's time? Don't you think that it's time?" How did she put it? It's, don't you think? She put it some kind of way that I can't even explain. But anyway, I thought about it, and I said, yes, I'm going to do it to myself, because I was in my room and I was thinking about it. And I go, yeah, I'm going to do it. Because she was saying that you have to make a good impression. You don't know what the first impression is the most important. So anyway, I decided to do it. Okay. So I'm going to cut my hair. Like I said, this is much talk to do about nothing. Thank you for joining me.